Vincent Valentine boy, EX Turk boy, Horror Transformation boy, fuck Shimmer boy, Pro Lucretia boy. Let's get started on the Sturgeon Cerberus. Going down on Purge. Better watch yourself, Hojo. Anyone mess with Lucretia, you're gonna get end up at the end of my Cerberus. I play no games. Got your goofy ass on my Hellmaster chainsaw. Don't even.
Hey, it's Noctis. Subscribe to Vincent Valentine EX Turk channel.
What's up, guys? Get ready for the creepiest Final Fantasy video ever. Look at that. You see that dog run? This is gonna get really creepy and scary, and a little bit disturbing. But viewer discretion is advised. We're gonna be counting down at least 15 disturbing secrets of the Nifelhime Empire. You know, starting with the very first secret of the Nifelhime Empire that's very disgusting and evil. Each time Nifelheim has conquered a village or a town, they've kidnapped innocent civilians and put them in a machine to fuse with demons to make Magitech. So that's one disgusting secret and disturbing secret. That's what goes on in those Magitech factories. Once you look through the glass, just like in that episode Prompto, that beta for episode Prompto, that's why Prompto was flipping out, because it's what they do to people. It may not show you in detail, but that's what goes on in the Nifelheim Empire. And number 2, they keep secrets. Besides the capital of Galea, pretty much Idolus' own civilians he tried to turn into demons using the Star Scourge in the town of Galea, close to the Magitech factory. You know, Nifelheim has done every possible thing to shut people down, to shut people up for telling all the disgusting secrets that goes down in Nifelheim. News reporters, everything either gets turned to demons or they get killed off. They do anything to keep their dirty secrets. Nobody knows what goes on unless you live in the capital of Galea. Not even Insomnia knows exactly, but they have a hunch that something is wrong with the Nifelheim Empire. So number 2, they keep everything secretive. They're very secretive and keep everything a secret. Number 3, both Prompto and Ravis are pretty much base half human, half Magitech half-breeds. Except Ravis is a lot stronger, because he gets turned to a demon only he controls demon form because he was trained by both Idolus Autocrat and Arden. So Ravis is the perfected version of the humanized MT, as Prompto was deemed a failure. Hence why Versteal got rid of the infant, and then an adopted family picked up the infant and raised them as their own kid, because Versteal discarded the infant, which is Prompto, for being a failure, as Ravis was the perfected version of the MT creation. If you don't know what MT is, it's Magitech. They pretty much take demons out of the Star Scourge and fuse them with humans and try to make super soldiers out of demonic presence by the Star Scourge. So yeah, Ravis's sure, he was a perfected MT, but it didn't stop him from turning into that gross form after he died. After Arden did some modifications, you know, Arden sent the pretty much disturbing looking version of Ravis to fight Noctis in them, because, you know, it is controlled by Arden, and that's why Ravis says, please kill me, because now he's full Magitech. His human side has been dying off slowly, and that's exactly why Ravis was strong enough to take off Gladiolus and push him against the wall. Big guy like Gladiolus is because Ravus was slowly turning into a physical monster due to the fact that he was a perfected form of the Magitech, as Prompto was a failure, which will lead to number 4. One of the bros, Prompto mainly, is in Magitech, and that's why Prompto feels bad about himself, and that's why he's all dark and gritty in episode Prompto, and then when you find him, he's really scared that Noctis will never accept him because he originally came from Nifelheim as an MT. So, I think in episode Promptoverse, Steel's going to explain he's an MT. A failure at that, you know. So, yes, Prompto is actually an MT too, so one of the main characters we all love is also an MT. Nifelheim is just full of sickos. Nifelheim is just full of disgusting sickos. You sick psychopaths. Number 5. Number 5. I'm trying to think of number 5. Number 5. Idolus Outercrap was the Emperor of Nifelheim, was to use the crystal to turn everybody into demons and rule over him, as well as turn every single planet in the solar system into demons after killing astrals. You know, so Idolus's goals are pretty messed up already. You know, which we'll go into number 6. Idolus's transformation for Raulis is actually based off a name of a real demon. Pharalus in the biblical legends was a demon general who commanded Satan's army. So pretty much they put some real horror stuff in this. They got some real horror elements to what they do. And not only that, but if it's dark inside the room or a hallway, Pharalus could come in the wall and just swipe you. Think of the Yu-Gi-Oh card Shadow Ghoul. It could pretty much come from the wall and get you at any angle if it's all dark. Darkness powers Pharalus as well, and haunts the entire Magitech factory. So, number 7 will be Arden's goals. Arden wants to kill all the Astrals, become the Ascended King, but keep the Star Scourge not only on that part, but wants to extend the Star Scourge around the whole planet and every other planet in the solar system until all life submits to Arden's will as the perfect king. Arden wants to eclipse the world, the entire universe, into darkness, and wants to bring the darkness to every single universe out there. After he becomes Ascended King, being that he's part of the Star Scourge, which leads into number 8 of one of the other disturbing facts about the Nifelheim Empire. Arden, when you go to the throne room to fight Arden as the final boss, you see him playing with dead bodies of everyone that Noctis knows, or everyone you know in the movie and games. You know, you see King Regis, Nyx Ulrich, Luna Freya. But the thing that's confusing is, why is Idolus Outercrap's body on there? Noctis never met Idolus in his human form ever. Only in his demon form he's ever met. So if probably Idolus went back. After chapter 13, he went back and challenged Arden to a duel to gain his stuff back. Then I think the only reason why he has Idolus's body hanging up there is to show Noctis or anybody else who dare challenges Arden's power that he, after you die, he'll be playing with your body around the throne room. Talk about disrespect. Arden is really messed up. And of course it makes sense. I mean, he's a higher up of the Nifelheim Empire. The Nifelheim Empire are pretty much known as the evilest Final Fantasy characters of all time. Like everything Sephiroth did with Meteor looks like child's play to what Nifelheim does. Nifelheim plays with people's emotions, destroys and pillages villages, and pretty much messes with their own civilians up as well, even more than Deep Ground did with their civilians. So they're very messed up. So it's not too outlandish for Arden to do that. Plus, Arden's now fully the Star Scourge. He's no longer human. He's no longer a Lucis Kylium king anymore, even though he can use the powers. He just has the body. He's the physical embodiment of the Star Scourge. So that was number 8. Arden's playing with number 9. The Star Scourge itself. A plague in the stars that sends through the volcano, and the volcano throws the plague into the sun. Thus, anyone who looks at the sun gets turned into demons. And that's why Nifelheim was the very first place for the plague to start at, and that's why everything in Nifelheim is all dark and gritty and really scary now when you get closer to the end. I'm pretty sure during Kingsglaive, it was not like this. During Kingsglaive, it was actually a little bit of a nicer place, but not so nice. But that's why it's all filled with like smoke factories and nobody there, ghost town stuff, because the scourge happened there first. Like I said in my theory video about Idolus being one of the very first victims of the Star Scourge beforehand. But nonetheless, the Star Scourge itself, the plague in the stars, pretty much a different take of the end of the world, except you don't even know who, if your friends, family, or anyone's turned into demons by the plague of the stars. And nobody could go out at night. So if you want to go party and go to a club at nighttime, you better stay off those roads, or them demons are going to come after you, which is part of the Star Scourge. Number 10 of the Nifelheim Empire. Number 10 would be, I'm trying to think, Diamond Weapon's creation. Diamond Weapon is pretty much stronger than any of the Iron Giants. It's one of the strongest ones they got. Because of the Star Scourge, they must have probably excavated it from the volcano, or the Piteous Ruins, or any dungeon, because RNA says they've been going to dungeons to collect species. What if one of those species, or maybe it was in Castlemark, was the Diamond Weapon in the first place? Because in this iteration, the Diamond Weapon is pretty much a strong demon. They've been excavating demons out of dungeons for a long time, using higher up members of the Nifelheim with a bunch of soldiers. So they've been collecting species. Then Versteel edits and re-edits these species to fight for the Nifelheim Empire. So number 11 would be number 11 of the Nifelheim Empire, Aranea's discovery of all the secrets Nifelheim has kept from the public for a long time. Pretty much what we can concur is that she was almost killed off, and that's why she had to leave the Nifelheim Empire. Either Ravus was forced to take her out by Idolus or someone, or Versteel must have figured out Aranea was snooping around way too much, because now Aranea could tell the secrets, but Aranea is a strong woman, so she was able to live and get out of Nifelheim as possible, and then goes into hiding. But that's one of the reasons why Aranea had to quit the Nifelheim Empire, because of all the disturbed discoveries. So number 11 would be Idolus' transformation into Feralis. Idolus lost his sanity, and when Ravus went to challenge it, it caused him to flip out, thus turning into Feralis, and that's why you see his clothes on the throne room as well. So, and 13, the excavation of demons inside dungeons. 14, the Piteous Ruins is pretty much where Nifelheim's got some of the power of the Star Scourge. Arden and Ifrit, got most of their powers from the Piteous Ruins, and you know how disturbing the Piteous Ruins is. Very disturbing, very. Number 15, Ravus' arm was actually made out of Glocka's body parts after Glocka has died, as a way to replace General Glocka with a much suited high commander. Hence why Ravus was not killed as a kid. And those are the deep, darkest, disturbing secrets of Nifelheim. May the crystal be with you. Are you scared of Nifelheim yet?